Okay. Um, how has Chris's diagnosis impacted your daily life? Has there been times or instances where maybe you've been at work and you were expected to work 4 or 5 more hours, but you had to leave and go to a hospital or anything? How has Chris's cancer impacted anything in your daily life, or has it at all?
Well, several times when the cancer took a turn for the worse, and he was admitted in the emergency room. He wouldn't have to go to the emergency room. Was admitted into the hospital. It was a bit of urgency. Of course, I had to leave work and get to the hospital, my wife and I, as soon as possible. And once we got there and saw how serious it was, I had to call off work a couple of days, which didn't impact me at all because he's more important and his well-being is more important than a couple of days of work.
Yeah. Okay. Same question that I asked everybody else. Money has been going to cancer research and development since the early 1970s, when President Nixon announced the war on cancer, like nationally. Um, Cancer, since then, cancer has grown to be the #1 killer in the country. Um, do you think that they're using this money correctly? Are there any other ways that you would suggest that they use the money?
There's no way I can diagnose or get information on exactly how the money is being utilized, but I don't think the money is being utilized to create more civil ways of curing cancer, other than the chemo, radiations. I think poisoning poison isn't good for the human body.
Yeah.
I think there are other avenues that they can venture into, like holistic health, to make sure a person's environment is stress free, or try to help them create that environment through counseling. I think natural herbs, natural foods, get away from the sugars, the salts, the the uh, the cheeses, milks, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Natural food like nuts, vegetables, and fruit. I think those cure most cancers probably better than all that radiation and stuff. And I think if the National Society would put more money into holistic, even spiritual, the spiritual part of it, I think all of that has a more powerful effect on the body's immune system than chemo and radiation and stuff like that.
Okay. And going off that, how do you feel about the doctor